Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Magu. I do go by Magu and you are listening to Magu Universe. Welcome. This is another pick a card reading and it is going to be a very fun and juicy one. Very interesting one as well. So before we get into the reading, thank you for your support. I just have to say thank you for all of your love and support over the past few days. Very appreciated. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. And before we move into the reading, if you do enjoy me and my vibes, give me a subscribe and give me a thumbs up for the reading and the video. If you guys are not feeling like going through the entire intro, timestamps will be below. We have 3 piles for you guys. As you can see, you have the Amethyst, this one is an orange calcite, and you have the Pyrites. So the way that we're going to be going down with this reading with how other people perceive you, as you've seen in the intro with the title. How are other people seeing you? How are other people perceiving you? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? What do they have to say? Any other downloads that might be going through? There's been a lot of downloads, honestly. I have not expected so much to come through. So we're actually gonna be using a bunch of different decks. I have Spirit's like, do it, just do it. And I was like, damn, I've never thought of that. But I really like the idea of using different decks and different tarot decks. I'm sure you have seen like different oracle decks used in different readings and different videos with other readers, but I was like, you know what, let's use a different tarot deck because that would be fun. So where should I start with? So you see these blue ones are the Oracle of Pluto, and they have like these little animals inside, so you're gonna have a lot of animals, and we're gonna be going through your overall energy in the beginning of the video. And if you resonate with the energy, you can go ahead and move through, and if not, you can obviously try to repick the pile and do what's best for you. Obviously take what resonates, and I just sending the utmost love. I also have another deck that I'm using, which are these like little purple ones that you're seeing over here for the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. I got her as a gift, so I'm really grateful for her. She's been supportive. And another deck we're using is a Cosmo Tarot. That's those little star looking ones under here. And if you stick to the very end of the reading, which I do recommend, very juicy once you do, we're going to be using intended 1 card for each deck. In the end of the reading will be one of these from this deck, from this bad boy deck, the Most Iconic Oracle deck. And basically there could be some like triggering things inside, but I like that deck because it is very top tier and to the point, so I like it. It's very in your face type of advice. But we're gonna do card picking. You have pile 1 with this very pretty amethyst crystal. Then you have pile 2. I was actually trying to figure out what this one is because she looks like a sunset type of crystal or sunstone situation, but I think it's more of a calcite because of the like soft and rough texture at the same time. It's like a salt feeling. So that's pile 2. And then we have pile 3 with this textured pyrite. I don't know if I should call it a crystal, but more of like a stone situation. Very glimmery, very shiny. So whenever you're ready, as always, go ahead and pick your card at this moment. So thank you. Hello, pile 1. Hello, how are you doing today? If you chose this beautiful polished amethyst for your reading, I'm actually going to put the mic down. Yeah, we're going to be seeing how people are perceiving you. So I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing wonderful. So we're going to just jump right in. So your first card is the Doe. Okay. So actually, I do remember a little bit. When I was shuffling your cards, there was just a lot happening outside. Just a lot happening in general. I don't know if there's any sort of like emergency, if someone actually considers you as like someone that's very reliable and innocent. You have the Taper, I think is how you say it. It's very innocent energy, very wise energy. And the Eagle. If this resonates with your energy, definitely stick around for the rest of the cards. But essentially, with what we're getting here at the moment, what I'm getting here, it's very soft energy, very, very innocent energy. You come off as someone who's very wise. Not surprised because you chose the Amethyst. That's a very connected individual. I would not be surprised that you do love to watch other tarot readings. I would not be surprised if you do any sort of divination on your own. I do think you're just a very wise individual. You notice the little things in life. If someone needs any sort of information, they come straight to you because you got the information. You got the clear information. I also have to say, you're someone who loves sunsets. You're someone who loves the little details, the beauty in things. I think you love nature very much. You're just such a lovely person to be around. I think a lot of people are attracted to your energy in general because of the softness that you present early on. But I do think those that may be a little bit standoffish by you is due to the fact that you have such wisdom. I do think a lot of people I don't think they underestimate you. I just think they're scared of you in a way where they could be thinking that you may cause harm in some way. So I think they unfairly, I don't want to say overestimate, that's the wrong word, because I do think you're a very wise individual, but you're perceived in such a way where you could be a threat due to your wisdom. So if that resonates, you're in a safe place in general. Just know that you're safe. You're not here to be judged. If you needed to hear that, I just feel like I had the need to say that to you. It's giving Pisces energy. Pile 1, in some way, there's some sort of negative energy. I feel like for some of you, you could be the type of person, the energy that I'm getting, I know this is more of like, how are they perceiving you, but like the energy that I'm getting with you guys before we jump in a little bit deeper is, I feel like you need to be on guard consistently, and that could be where the wisdom comes from. I feel like because of the fact that you're on guard, it causes you in such a way to have the need to either research or almost look into a situation so deeply so that you actually feel it, even if it's not your situation, if it's not your life, if it's not you going through something and you are so deeply wanting to understand like the situation, even though it's not yours to begin with. I feel like a lot of people are off put by the fact that you can put yourself in someone else's shoes so deeply, and I think that could cause you to feel like you need to be on guard all the time. It's like that feeling could feel a little bit uncomfortable. However, you're just such a beautiful person. I feel like you deserve to be hugged 24/7, as anyone should. But where I'm getting at is like, you're such a soft energy, and I feel like a lot of people don't recognize that you're genuinely being soft, and I think you come off in such a threatening way. It's very weird. I feel like some people think that you're actually very malicious, because not a lot of people find such a kind soul like you. And yeah, you're one of a kind. You're one of a kind type of situation. So if that resonates, and if you feel like any of my words resonate, whether it's the fact that like you feel like you're a Pisces, you don't need to be a Pisces, of course, but you know, water energy is very prominent here. A lot of fields, a lot of feeling of peace and calm and wind, pastel colors, wisdom. Like the wisdom is coming through aggressively. You see things that other people don't, and that's scary to them. So we're gonna start with the Nightmare Before Christmas. So they're looking like this, and I believe, to my memory, I asked for 4 cards, and you got a lot, girl. You got a lot. You have 1 extra. So we have the 3 of Presents. Very soft energy. It's very cutesy, very, oh, you're so cute. Like, I feel like people want to shower you with presents, but because you're such a specific individual, people don't know you very well, and they're kind of walking on eggshells around you. You get 2 of Needles. This is the 9 of Needles. The 6 of Potions. I wanted to say 6 of Needles, but I was like, wait, no, that's 9. Roman numerals confuse me. And we got the 8 of Potions in reverse. A lot of people find you someone who distracts themselves. There's some people are very, very, I keep hearing negative aura, negative energy around you. So I wonder if there's just a lot of people wishing on your downfall right now. And what I'm going to say right now and how they perceive you is not necessarily the truth of, you know, who you are. I think that just needs to be set clear, because I feel like you're someone who can come off as an empath and you want to like understand a situation deeply, so you use your ability of being an empath to actually understand the situation more deeply. And I think some people can take advantage of you in that way. I also do think that there's a lot of people, yeah, there's just a lot of energy of taking advantage of you. Pile 1, I think you come off as very soft to the point that you may seem like you're malicious in some way, but truly I think you're just minding your own business. And I don't know what these people are thinking up in their heads. They could be thinking all sorts of things in their heads, thinking that you're malicious or doing something. This is very specific. I feel like this is for a very, very, very specific collective. Yeah, because some of it is like, you can create anything out of nothing, and some people are so mesmerized by that. They almost, the way that they approach you is almost like, oh, she's a witch, but like in a bad way. Like oh, burn the witch or something like that, you know? But it's like, you're generally so creative and so uplifting in a way that people actually don't believe that such energy like you exists. So they just generally don't know how to approach you. So the way they perceive you is like, even though you're so comforting, you're almost like an individual in humanity who's what's too good to be true. And it's weird. Because I don't think that. I don't see that. I see through that. And I don't see you as someone who's malicious. There's nothing malicious in your energy. You're soft, genuine, innocent, and wise individual. And everyone sees that. They see your wisdom because you share it. And instead of them being, they just don't trust it somehow. I don't know where they're getting the energy of not having, maybe there could have been a situation where you have relations with specific individuals that have these thoughts about you, where even though you mean well, you come off as like just malicious. I don't know how else to explain it. But some people, I feel like, are going to try to almost like tiptoe around you. I think some people, like I said, they approach you in such a light where they're fearful of you. So they will almost entice you with lights and distract you so that you don't even have a chance to hurt them. I feel like they hear stuff about you. There's stuff going around about you. If that's not true, maybe I just think you're overwhelmed overall. I do think that some people think that you're such a hard worker and you distract yourself. There's a lot of distracting energy, and I feel like there's some people that see you taking your power and using it for something that's not even towards you and your energy. It's almost like you're throwing away your power. And yeah, so that's how some people see you. And some people hear bad things about you. Either you had a situation go down with a person and they could be sharing some information, because there's just a lot of energy going around where they're trying to distract you from even doing anything malicious towards them, if that makes sense. This is weird. It's very weird energy. And I don't think, I think it's weird. It's hard to even put my finger down on this, because you come off as like someone who's very focused on their own power and on their own divination, your own power. You're someone who is just innocent, and everyone else does not see that, and that is not for you to worry about, truly. I don't know what you did. I don't know if you even did anything. You probably didn't. I don't think you even genuinely did, because a lot of this seems to be out of your control. But if there could have been something that you dipped your toes in, and you know, things inevitably fell apart, and now things are going around about you, overall you're just coming off as someone who's very hardworking to other people and very much distracting themselves. You're just pushing away your power and doing it almost for someone else instead of for you. And I think you do feel the energy around you, because it seems like you just don't know how to deal with the energy that is being thrown at you. We're gonna move on. Hopefully there will be more information in the cards. The next three that I asked Spirit to pull out, we got the Page of Pentacles, and this one's from the Cosmo Tarot, Page of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. You're just someone who's going to be very successful. There's a lot of people who do actually genuinely see you someone with a lot of potential success. You're working towards your future. You're working on your emotional stability, I guess is the best way I could put that. You're being very stable within your own energy. And I do think that some people see that. I do think Spirit generally sees that you're working hard. You're working on your future. It's really hard to read into your energy, Pile 1. I feel like because you feel a lot of this energy around you, you're putting your walls up at the moment. And I do think that there's a lot of people having their walls up against you. I think that's just the energy. That's the energy being perceived at the moment. And it feels a little bit painful. I do think that there is a lot of financial success, especially emotional success. You're leaning towards something that is very stable, and you are a very stable individual. You're a very stable soul. And I do think that people see that. And once again, for some reason, they think that it's not it. Like, I feel like they think you're putting up a show somehow. But those that actually know, they know that you're trying your best, and they know that you are very successful overall, and you're doing your best. You're working towards something that is yours. There's just a lot of eyes on you right now. A lot of people cannot handle the fact that you have such energy. I don't think people understand the fact that you have so much energy around you, and they're just threatened overall by your existence. You're just existing, minding your own business, and they're just threatened by you. So I think overall they are just threatened by you. And you're in your own world. You're creating your world. You're manifesting your world. More creating than manifesting, I do think. Because sometimes days can be hard, and you end up leaning towards people that may actually think you're not the best person in the world. And I think that's where mainly all the energy is coming from. It's just them seeing you in this negative light. You have so much to offer, and Spirit knows you have so much to offer. And those that actually see that offer from you, you have this love, you have this energy about you. People don't see it that way. People think that it's not the real deal, that it's just you trying to entice them somehow. So honestly, I don't think you should be worrying about like how other people are perceiving you at this time, because that's gonna allow you to ruminate more and actually hinder your growth towards your own destiny. Spirit knows that you have so much success lying against you and your path. There's a lot going on in your own world, and you're worrying about how other people are looking at you. Spirit is creating a reality for you. There's no need to. I have to move on to the next cards. I think that's gonna really wrap up the overall message, and I want to dive into this a little bit more. We're actually gonna read. I'm using this oracle deck, and she's very aggressive, but she proceeds to give you the messages that are very, very genuine. So we're actually going to use the book in order to actually understand the meanings. So the two cards that you got for your deck, and I do vaguely remember seeing them flip up before seeing any of the cards, and I was like, damn, who would think you would be a red flag? Because like, some people think you're a red flag, Pile 1. I don't understand, and that's weird. Like, I know you're gonna be probably thinking, Magu, why? I came here for reassurance. I came here to understand how people love me. Girl, I know you're here for that. And I want you to know, this is how other people see you. This is their problem, it's not your problem. This is bothering me. I was thinking to leave room for the cards that I'm now showing. There's one more, but before you mistaken this message, and I feel like I keep trying to reiterate to you that this is how other people see it. This is not truth. You are not a red flag. I don't see you that way. I don't feel that energy from you. You're such a softness to the world, and we need more people around you. I wanted to say we need more people like you, but it looks like you need more people around you. Not only to recognize the truth of who you are, but also recognize that you deserve more love than what people give you credit for, because you're actually trying so hard to be someone for something or in someone. You're trying to be someone for someone. You want to be recognized. And a lot of people are taking that the wrong way, thinking that you are just trying to get into someone's shoes in such a negative light. The second card that came out is Shadow. So, pile 1. How do other people perceive you? According to the red flag, Spirit. I have Shadow. Where's the red flag? I think it's towards the end. You see a little book. Just a tiny little book. Looks like it's towards the front. Weird. See, even Spirit doesn't want to show you. Even Spirit doesn't believe you're a red flag. Oh, there she is. No matter how often you try to bleach the red flags white, they only turn black to red. You have been warned. Now pull another card. It looks like those came out simultaneously together. I didn't pull them. I didn't pull out the red flag and then pull out the shadow. They just came out together. I only wanted one card, but both of them came out. And then for the shadow, you have deal with your demons before they deal with you. I wonder if you are someone that resonates with people pleasing. And I think Spirit is coming through with this reading to reach you, to understand that those are just your fears being projected onto you. This is not people explaining to you that this is how you are. These are just your fears. And your fears are not real. You're creating your own fears, unfortunately. But you can definitely deal with them. You can definitely shoot them down and prove to yourself that they're not right. Because it's so weird. The only red things in this reading that I see right now is the fact that I think she was Frankenstein's daughter in the movie. So she is like the female Frankenstein in The Nightmare Before Christmas. Forgot her name. And she's working on, if I'm not mistaken, Santa Claus's coat for what's his face? You know, you know who I'm talking about. Where is his name? Where is his face? This guy. I forget his name. I'm really bad at names. You're gonna know that about me the more you watch me. I am horrible when it comes to memorizing names. I will remember details, and that's about it. But you're working towards something that doesn't even notice you. You're working on pleasing the demons that are hurting you, and you don't need to do that anymore. Spirit sees that you're trying, and Spirit recognizes that you're doing your best to show light and show love, But unfortunately, if you have been shown only pain, you don't need to show more love towards them. You can just move on. You don't need to prove your love to anyone that already rejected you, because they are pushing you away, you know? They already have their mind made up about you. You don't need to prove yourself. Only Spirit knows who you are. Only Spirit knows that you're trying your best. Spirit knows that you're successful. Spirit knows that you are the best version of yourself right now. And you can become better. And if you want to become better, you don't reach out to other people, because they don't see you in the best light right now, and they actually see you as someone who is not very helpful towards you. They are actually hurting you, and dare I say, actually being the ones that are malicious in this situation, but almost in a defensive way towards you. Is there anything else, Spirit? I feel like we're missing something. I feel like I want to understand, because I know, Padawan, you didn't come here to be told that you're a red flag to some people. I feel like I want to leave you with some sort of love and support, and knowing that you're doing good, because I want you to know that you're doing good. You are already coming through as someone who's extremely wise and using that to the best of their ability. However, I do think you're pleasing people instead of using it for your own good, if that makes sense. Where's the Pentacles? They are hiding. I'm trying to understand. I understand that there's a lot of eyes on you. I understand that you are the center of attention right now, and I see that. However, I feel like there's something that I'm not seeing. Yeah, that makes sense. No, Spirit already said it. I already saw that. Page of Pentacles. You'll stay focused and grounded, and you'll manifest your dreams. You are currently manifesting something, and we already said that. You're moving towards something. You're creating something. You have to stay focused on yourself. You don't have to stay focused on people. You don't need them to cry and plead for you to become someone that they want, because you've tried that and they still think that you're doing something wrong. So why continue? Why? You don't need to do that anymore. You're loved and you're safe. You're just a soft individual. Know that I'm reaching out my arms to you spiritually, and I'm giving you the biggest hug, because I feel like you need it. And I feel like right now you've just been feeling like literally in the shadows, and people are painting you a demon instead of actually taking a look and recognizing that you're just a little fawn or a doe, you know, whichever resonates. Seeing those ears as horns instead of, you know. Pile one, if there's anything I want to leave you with, is just the fact that you are amazing, and keep doing what you're doing. Just as Spirit already said through the Page of Pentacles, you're doing amazing, and you just keep doing what you're doing. You don't need to please anyone anymore. You don't need to be looking out if people are seeing you in a specific way, because I remember, like, whenever I'd be searching to see if however people see me, it's more to see if I'm doing like something wrong or anything. You're not doing anything wrong. So if you needed to hear that, like, you just continue what you were doing. Don't worry about how other people are seeing you. If they just continue being genuine and honest towards yourself and towards Spirit, and you're not harming anyone, you're not doing anyone anything bad, then why continue to worry? Why? Like, you're not doing anything bad. I want you to know that you're loved. You're loved and you're amazing and you're doing great. Just focus on you. This is your sign. You just focus on you. You continue doing what you gotta do, what your heart is calling you to do, to continue to manifest your dreams, and you're gonna get there. You know, don't set your identity based off of how other people see you, because these people are seeing you one way, and they're just threatened by you. Truly, they're just threatened by you. And some people think that you are wasting your time, which you could be, because you're pleasing other people instead of yourself. So instead of pouring out the bottle from the work that you've done to please other people, you continue working and pour it back into yourself, So hopefully that helps. Hopefully there was some clarity in this reading for you guys. Hopefully you felt the love. I hope you feel safe and that this reading helped you. If you do like longer readings, definitely consider subscribing. I will I will definitely work on longer readings. I know they're more satisfying, and I know we like more detailed readings. It's just more work, but it's not a big deal. I'm really excited for that. And if you enjoyed this reading and you enjoy me and my company, definitely consider subscribing, consider liking, and pressing that notification bell if you want to see more of me and my energy. I love you guys very, very much, and thank you so much for letting me read for you, and you have a great, lovely rest of your day. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. How are you doing today? If you chose this crystal, I believe this is an orange calcite. It's giving like canyon, rocky, sandy vibes. So if you chose this crystal, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here, and I hope you're doing amazing. We're going to be going through the cards, and the ones that we're going to go first with are these. So for these, actually, oh my gosh, Pile 2. Before we actually jump into the cards, there is no structured reading. It is just going to be us going over what specifically people are perceiving about you in general, and how people perceive you. So the public eye. It could be a specific group of people. It just depends on what will come through. But overall, the public and how the public perceives you. So for these, I actually asked Spirit to choose, I think it was 4 cards. And 4 or 3 cards. I can't remember. I think it was 3 cards. You guys got 2 extra. So let's jump in. I just have to say immediately, Pile 2, you have such a peaceful aura to you. You have such a confident aura to you. I just feel very confident and very comfortable knowing that we're going to get into this reading with you guys. So for these cards, I actually wanted to mention, I'm not taking reversals, but they will be perceiving your overall energy, and if you do resonate with the energy that's going to be presented here, then if this resonates, then hopefully the rest of the reading should resonate for you, and we'll jump into the rest of the reading afterwards. So you got the Swan, the Hawk, you got the Boar, the Bear, and the Rooster. Yeah, you're someone, Pile 2, that has a lot to say. You're a very confident individual. I feel like, once again, you're someone that people can rely on because of your confidence. You present such an aura to you that allows people to know that you're a confident person. You know what you're talking about. It's giving Scorpio energy. It's giving a little bit of Leo, but you don't have to be a Leo. It's more Scorpio. A lot of fire energy here. You're such a peaceful, you're not like a chaotic confidence. It's more of like a very peaceful stream of confidence. And the thing is that it's giving like the stream that is flowing through peacefully but strongly, and that stream leads to the ocean very close by or such. And it feels like what people actually experience of you is the stream. It's this peacefulness, this confidence. And it seems like you only allow people to see only a small part of you, you know, because you actually have so much to you. You come off like this ocean energy. It's so beautiful. A lot of fiery energy and water from Scorpio. I think Scorpio should be a water sign if I'm not mistaken. But you guys are giving like besides the animals that are over here, earlier I was thinking of like a coyote. You're just someone who's very adaptable. I feel like whatever the situation is needed you to do, you have a lot of adaptable personality traits to you. You have a lot of charisma. The characteristics to you are just very confident. I keep repeating that. But even though like the swan is an animal where they come off as such a peaceful animal, but you don't want to get too close to the swan because they're actually going to hurt you. If they feel threatened, they may end up hurting you. And they're very aggressive. The hawk is much more territorial as well. And the bear is very protective. Along with the rooster, it's more of a leadership energy. Very confident, very leadership. You're very protective of your own energy as well as those that are around you. I feel like you could be very family oriented. If that resonates, family could be very significant to you. I wonder if something that brings you peace are bonfires. It's giving this visual of sitting by a bonfire and, ask. The words are melting together, but dusk is what I wanted to say. But as dusk comes through, and then the fireflies, you can see the fireflies at night when it's warm out, and it's this peace, but you feel so confidently enveloped in this energy. You just know what you're doing, I feel like. And because you know what you're doing, even if you don't have all the answers to the questions that you desire to know, you will figure out a way and you will know. And because of that, everyone else is very, very reliant on you. So that actually could be very motherly energy coming from you guys. I feel like you're the creator of your own world. You're such a creative individual to the point that other people are just mesmerized by what you are doing. There's so much love coming from you, so much peace, and just so much. I feel like a lot of people are very grateful to have met you. A visual that's coming through, if you have ever watched Wreck-It Ralph, there's this female character. I forget her name, but she had short blonde hair, and she was from this shooting combat game inside the movie, and she falls in love with Felix. The two basically fall in love, but the female character, her personality and the way she approaches life, the way, she can be very scary at first, but once you get to know them, overall, what I'm trying to get at is once people get to know you, you're very soft and you very much open your arms to the people that are needing that protection that you love so deeply and you cherish so deeply. You definitely reach out your arms to them, and you're very protective, and you have a lot of confidence, not only in yourself, but also in the people that you most care about. Enveloped is a word coming through. There's certain words that I don't really use that come through, so if they resonate, then hold on to those. But if that energy over here resonates with you guys, we're gonna move through with the rest of the cards, and definitely stick to the end to see the last deck. It's an oracle deck that I'm going to be using. I'm pretty sure I showed it in the intro, but the Rose Iconic, very aggressive, meaningful advice, loving advice from Spirit. So right now I'm using the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. What overall is the energy that is perceived? How does how do other people see pile 2, Spirit? What is the energy that other people perceive pile 2 to be? How do they see them? How do they feel them to be? You know what? I feel called to take this in reverse. Ace of Presents. You have the 4 of Presents. I see the 5 Roman numeral, and then I get confused. 7 of Presents. Oh my lord. And 6 of Candles. You come off to be very social, pile 2. You're a very reliable and social person. People love to be around you. You're someone who's honestly the life of the party. I feel like you're someone who creates the events. You are a huge giver. I think that's one of your love languages. And those that actually take advantage of you, you're definitely speaking up for them. I worded that wrong. I feel like not only do you speak up for yourself, for those that take advantage of you, but you also speak up for other people. And that's why you're like so reliable, because you come off as this person who has the right things to say, knows what to say, has the right, obviously I already said it, but I wanted to reword it and say, like, you just know what to say in specific situations. And honestly, with the Presents, it's so much love and so much giving, but you also have such a keen eye to certain things. I feel like you will double check if things are legit. It's for some reason I don't use that word very often. I feel like you'll make sure if someone's being genuine, if someone means what they say. I feel like, I wonder if you come across a lot of as specific people. I feel like there's a specific person on your mind that has really irked you, and because of that interaction, you're like not only worried for, I feel like you're less worried for your own self, because I feel like you're such a careful person, and you have such confidence and ambitious energy towards yourself. For overall, you yourself are such an ambitious individual. You're more worried about other people and how they're affected. I feel like you'll experience certain things in your life, especially there could be one specific person, like I said, that you have a keen eye for those type of people now, because you just didn't think they would be so malicious. And right now you are almost more protective. I'm thinking about that one character again, and she's giving that, like, honestly, like 90% of the energy that I'm getting is that one character that I just spoke about from Wreck-It Ralph. And it's just so much loving energy, and just even though you come off a little bit scary to some people, with the way you look at them, I feel like they know that you're analyzing them, and because of that, they are careful with how they approach to you. But I feel like you allow yourself to be perceived, and you allow yourself to just be seen, I guess. Because some people are very scared of who they are and how they are being perceived by other people, and as a result, they unconsciously hide, and as a result, you know, other people will literally not notice them. But people notice you. People really do notice you, whether it's the way you dress, whether it's the way you talk. I don't know about walk, because that's the next thing you would want to hear, right? But it's more about the way you present yourself, the way you speak about yourself, and you speak about other people. People see you in a specific light, and it's very desirable. However, there's also some people, as any group, I feel like there are people that will perceive you and they will get to know you, and this is how they see you, as I've been talking. And then there's a group of people that will just observe you from afar, and they won't approach you, and they don't see you as the most pleasing opportunity. I feel like you come off very painful. I feel like you come off very, what's the word? I hear scam. I don't know why I say it's scammy. The only thing coming through to brain that I just cannot get, I'm trying to look for a specific word in my head, and the only thing coming through that's screaming is scammy. You're coming off very scammy, and it's almost like, I feel like because you're very extroverted, you come off very extroverted to some people, and even those that you don't interact with but are observing you from afar, they know you're very extroverted and they are observing you, and they could be putting the dots together however they seem, and you don't know what they're thinking, you know, unless you're a mind reader. But with the way you approach to life, even though they see and they hear the things you say, if it's in public, it's almost like they see you as someone who comes across as like genuine at first, but is actually someone who is very toxic. I don't think you're a toxic person. I think it's just a lot of people that come across with the energy that you have in public often seem toxic because they thrive on that public energy. You know, I know you are probably here and you are already self-aware, you know, because you're here and you want to learn more about yourself and how other people perceive you. I will say right now, not only is that debunking the fact that you're toxic, you're not, but that also shows that you want to improve, and, you know, that's just me reassuring you. I don't want you thinking anything like that. Like, you being here, you want to know more about yourself and you want to improve yourself, so why, like, you care. This is just a negative perception that other people have of you, and usually a lot of people that perceive individuals with a similar behavior just as yourself, when the way that you approach to people and how they see you specifically in public, I feel like I'm going in a circle, but basically in the end of the day, that those people, not the ones perceiving you, but those people that they think are you, come across very, you know, it's very scammy energy, right? Because they come off very genuine at first, but then at the end of the day, that person just wanted attention, and they thrived on the attention and nothing more. They will just drop you once they don't need you and that attention. So I don't know. That's just a small minority that perceive you and how they perceive you. I don't think that's who you are necessarily. So it's just how they see you. But you know, that's not necessarily true. So pile 2. I just have to say, with the 6 of Candles, I feel like this is going back to that leadership energy. Not only are people very reliant on you because of the way you approach life and the way that you speak about others, that is leading towards the energy where other people perceive you as someone that they can trust and almost pin you to be someone to lead. If you are in a group setting, you're certainly someone who is creating the events, who's creating the ideas. I feel like most of the time you could be in a group setting. That's just the energy that it's getting, because there's a lot of collective, there's a lot of energy coming through here overall, like individually. Not only are you coming through, but there's also just a bunch of people and the way they see you, and a lot of it is like I don't know why, but I just heard many Rotten Tomatoes. So I wonder if you go out and watch movies a lot. This actually makes sense because it's giving like cinema energy. So I wonder if you love to watch movies. I feel like maybe recently you might have watched movies with a group, or maybe with like a partner or a friend. So that's interesting. That just came through. So that's cool. I just love when spirit does that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of good energy. You're just someone who leads, and the people overall see you as someone who leads. So only because I feel like I'm just repeating myself as we go through here, we're gonna move on to the next cards that I pulled. Or should I say spirit pulled? How do other people perceive you? This is going to be the Cosmo Tarot that we're going to be doing right now. So we have, I should probably show you first, 8 of Wands in reverse, King of Wands, a lot of creative energy. I also think there's some blockages coming through. I think some people actually find you, there could be some people that find you a little bit hindering. There's some hindering energy, but I can't put my finger on it. It's, I feel like you don't like change as much, which is interesting because you're a very creative person. The energy that you're coming through as a very creative person, and you lead. But I feel like some people find you as someone, oh, there's a lot going through. Oh, I'm sorry. There's just a lot going through. And first of all, I feel like some people are scared of your reaction. And that's why, you know, people who are scared, they tend to be like followers. So I wonder if because of this leadership energy, people that are following you find like specific things that they want to mention. They are like scared of certain things, and because of that, maybe they're scared to say something. Maybe certain things might cause you to react a certain way. And what I'm getting at is with this 8 of Wands in reverse, there's a lot of hindering energy. I wonder if you're not too big on new ideas, whatever those specific ideas could be. I feel like something about a place. So I wonder if there could be some people that actually are very close to you and they see you as they rely on you. But the issue is that this is for a specific group of people, but there's so many things coming through right now, and they're just overall scared of the way you're going to react. But also I feel like something else that's coming through, something could be causing you to come across as not very creative. I feel like, oh, the Hierophant is coming through. I don't have the Hierophant in my hands, but the energy of the Hierophant, it's very rigid energy. And even though you are a very leadership person who, you know, there's just so much coming through. It's very jumbled, but I'm not saying you're not creative. That's not what I'm saying. I'm also not saying that you're a rigid person. Of course, I just want to reiterate, this is how a specific group of people are perceiving you to be, and I feel like it's coming through fear. It's coming through as fear, and I feel like they're just scared of like mentioning something that they are uncomfortable with, because I see like a worried face, and I feel like they're scared to say something to you and that you're just going to be kind of defensive about it. There's also a group of people that are a little bit farther away from your presence and perceive you to be just as someone who's kind of stuck in their ways. But I don't know. That's just what the Eight of Wands is coming through as. For the King of Wands, pile 2, overall, you're someone with a lot of potential. You're someone that's very reliant. We already got the fact that it's the Rooster. The Rooster is huge king energy. It's a lot of masculine and leadership energy. You're the leader of the pack and you have a lot of structure. But structure does not mean that you are not creative, you know? Some people may take those two things and say that just because... Yeah, this is very interesting, because like most of the time we'll see things, and I feel like a lot of people will see you as someone who's not very creative, but also, you know, take that as like, because you're rigid, you're not very creative and you are not open to new ideas, is basically the overall energy that I'm getting at from certain people. But actually, it's just that your mindset is at a certain place because you have so much on your shoulders and you have to consider certain ideas at a certain time. You need to have that structure, and that's why that's the King of Wands coming through. Like, okay, some people see you as very structured and, you know, stiff, but it needs to be that way in order to have an organized mindset of, you know, because you have just so much on your shoulders. You're leading through, you're just coming through as very leadership energy, and people rely on you for that. So I've just been yapping about those two cards, but one more card right here, the Ten of Pentacles. You are a very, very successful figure. I want to say individual, but you're just... People are so inspired by you. You come off as a celebrity in certain eyes. I feel like you could be well known to some people, or a lot of people. And yeah, just a lot of good energy, and there's this energy coming through where you're almost at this final stage of success, and some people might want to take a bite out of it. That could be some negative energy coming through, where overall what I mean by that is like some people want to have a taste of whatever energy is coming through. They want some of your success, basically. And they already know that you're getting it. And I wonder if some people could be planning some things for some of you to to actually get that success faster than you, almost as if stealing your ideas or stealing certain people from your loyalty, individuals who are following you and trusting you. And I feel like some people could be actually deceiving, but that's a very, very minuscule group that could resonate. Overall, you are a very successful person, and I feel like people find that like time could be running out as a result, but this overall, it's not. Spirit is saying your time is not running out at all. I just think some people find you in a position where, because you're at this stage of ultimate success and everyone sees you so positively, it's almost like people are waiting for your downfall, and that's like where the energy's coming through, as like your time's running out or whatever. That's perception from other people, and it's a lot of nagging. It's the energy right now that just came through. I don't know if Transformers is resonating. I don't know if a specific movie that had any sort of like corporate situation setting. I don't watch movies like that, but that's what's going through. It's like one person has like glasses on. It's giving like Superman. Very, very cool energy. I love this energy. It's very interesting. And yeah, a lot of people are just very, very inspired by you, Pile 2, and I am impressed by how far you have gone, and Spirit is very proud of you. You have so much love for me, and you're doing great. Just no judgment from here. I just want you to know that there's a lot of love coming towards you. And to wrap this up a little bit with our last card from the Roast Iconic Oracle. Spirit is saying you need to take care of yourself right now. I feel like we're going to read the book in a second, but I feel like you're in a position where you have just been taking care of other people because you're in such a leadership position, and even this alien's like, oh my god, so much of my brain. Jeez, like you're going through it, and right now not only are you like physically tired, but I feel like you're mentally tired, and Spirit is reminding you to take care of yourself more often. And I want to read the book so that you can get all the details of this specific card. Let's look for it. I think it's towards the end. Oh, there it is. You need some tenderness and nourishment ASAP. Self-care isn't all face masks and bubble baths. Get yourself some healthy boundaries and stop poisoning your body and mind with terrible relationships. Get some sleep and recharge your battery. Doo-doo. Yeah. I wonder if there's certain situations that have been irking you. I wonder if it's a specific person, because I would not be surprised if someone's trying to mess up your current status, because if that's what it's giving, it's... Oh. It's like you're glowing, and you have like so much success and love. You have abundance all around you, everywhere. You are abundant, Pile 2, and you are at this stage of like ultimate abundance until you're basically, it's giving like Wheel of Fortune energy. And I feel like some people are just interpreting that as like, oh, your time is up, time for me to be successful situation. Definitely watch your back. And in order to do that, personally, something's coming through. And not only that Spirit is telling you to take care of yourself, but find those trusted people to help you take care of yourself and the position that you are in, so that you don't have anyone hurting you. That's a very specific energy that could resonate for you. So Pile 2. If you love this reading and you enjoy my energy, I would love to see you in the next readings in the future. So definitely subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. And once again, thank you so much for letting me read your cards. This was lovely. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, definitely leave comments below. But thank you so much. I'm showing you so much love and gratitude for being here. And I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you and bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to this reading. And if you chose this pyrite crystal, even though it's fake gold, isn't it pretty? Tell me it's pretty. Like, when I was shuffling the cards, I had a very specific visual for you guys. It's like, right now, it's giving like corporate baddie, old money energy. I'm not talking about like fool's gold. The energy is just very luxury. Even though it's like fool's gold and everything, I know it's probably giving off like a specific energy, but I just genuinely feel like you're the type of person that just doesn't want to be messed with, no matter how other people see you. So we're gonna be reading your overall energy with these cards. I asked Spirit to pull 3 for each group. So we're going to be pulling these. This is the Oracle of Pluto for this. And definitely stick for the end if you want to see more. And there's a specific advice card that's going to be in here. And I'm using like a couple of decks. There's this one. I'm pretty sure I've already covered it in the intro. But the Oracle of Pluto, the Nightmare Before Christmas, and the Cosmo Tarot. And then this one is the Roast Iconic Oracle deck. So definitely stick to the end when it comes to advice. And we're going to jump into the reading. So Pile 3. How does Pile 3's public, how do people see them overall? How are they being perceived? Spirit. You got the Lion. Then you got the Squirrel. And you got the Elephant. There's a lot of fire energy here. A lot of fiery energy here. I wonder if you could be a Leo, ironically. I wonder if Aries, you could be a Pisces, actually. I do see that. And Sagittarius. Pile 3. For some of you, I feel like you could be a little bit younger. I feel like you're desiring something to happen and it's not happening at the moment for you. Pile 3, I feel like you're coming off a little bit more reserved. Although you do seem like someone with a more fiery spirit, I feel like you keep it to yourself. There's a lot of things coming through at the moment. It's very hard to reach you at the moment, but something that is coming through is not only you are wise, not only do you have, it's interesting, a lot of wisdom, you guys are very smart collective that came through to this video, because I feel like for all 3 piles, you guys are all coming off as like smart people, like very smart people. Pile 3, there's a lot of love that people have for you. The way that other people perceive you is with a very fiery spirit. You overall, with your energy right now, you have, not only are you very thoughtful, but you are wise in a way. You remember things because of the elephant. And the elephant is an animal that is known to just observe. And the reason why I'm saying like you could be younger is because I feel like you're in a position where you could be taking a course, or you could be still in school, you could be learning something at the moment, and you are forced to be in a position where your energy is a little bit more reserved and you're taking in the information around you, and that allows you to be very wise, the energy that's coming through. But also it's more of like memory and desire. There's a lot of desire here, and I've already said that, but it's in such a fiery spirit. I feel like you could be very impatient towards something that you really want to go towards, and that could be, if it is school, maybe it is a degree. Like, I don't know why that could be coming through, but I know that it takes a long time to get that degree that you want. Depending on what you are going for, it's gonna take a while, but definitely know that you're not alone when it comes to that. You are someone who is very optimistic, and even though you are very fiery, it can be very difficult to stay positive. You are someone that actually stays positive because you're stubborn. You come off of a very stubborn person, and you take that and you use it to your advantage in the best way possible. If you want to learn something, you're going to learn it. If you want to remember something, if you want to go through with something, you're going to get through with it. So you're just you're also coming through very ambitious, but it's almost in a different light. You're coming through ambitious through just the desire. It's more of like you're desiring something, and therefore you're gonna get what you want. You're gonna approach life in a way, you're gonna make life your oyster, and that's where the ambition comes from. It's more of, you have a goal and you've set that goal and you're gonna come towards it. You're not gonna let anyone come in your way, because that's something that you have created to achieve for yourself. You're not doing it for anyone. There's like female, what's the word? Feminine energy coming through, and it's showing through with the squirrel. It's more about the stubbornness. It's about the softness and the stubbornness at the same time. And I think a lot of people, already the people are coming through, they see you, they know that you have a drive for something. And that's just the energy that you're coming through as at the moment. And I do believe that our energies can change. We don't have like a set energy, but that's like the vibration and the energy that you're coming through as. You're very focused on something that's more grounded, and I feel like you're stubborn and a little bit impatient about it because you want it to work so badly. I feel like you're so set on this to help you move through life. Not only that, but also make you happy and help you have the abundance that you want in life. So I understand that. That is very valid. That is a very understanding energy to have. I feel like that is also why, like, the energy that's coming through is more younger. That is usually like the position of like your college individual going through, the years. You're trying to just get this degree. Once you get your degree, you're gonna get in this position, and it's very daunting. It's a very, very long task, and I just have to say, Pile 3, don't ever lose that drive. Don't ever let anyone take that away from you. That is your life, and only do it for yourself. You're going to be proud of yourself, and I know you are. I actually haven't noticed this, but you're also someone who loves to dream. And I see why Pisces is coming through, because Pisces is someone who loves to dream. You love to daydream, and I think you're someone who just flows, and that is a very thoughtful individual who just flows with the way the waves come through and life, and you make things work. You just make things work. Cancer is actually coming through, I feel like, for only a few of you, but Sagittarius and Pisces is coming through very strongly. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that's the energy that I'm getting through at the moment. It's very grounded. It's not necessarily like an overall energy. I think this is just something that's going through right now for you. This is like a phase that you're going through, and that's the energy that you're giving off overall. But a very positive energy, very ambitious. You're very driven. You're a very driven person overall, but I don't think that's a phase. Being driven is certainly not a phase. You know, sometimes you can lose that motivation, but you will have the stubbornness and you will end up getting what you want because you deserve it. And you're a very loving person. I feel like you really take care of the people that you want to. And if someone needs help, you will be the one to be there, you know, first. In the best way you can, even if you don't know how, you are gonna figure it out. You're just the type of person who's like, I'm gonna just figure it out. It'll be fine. So don't ever lose that drive. It was very rocky beginning because it was very hard to read you at first. But pile 3, you're just very ambitious, and I don't think you should be ashamed of that. Like, you have such a beautiful, beautiful dream. And whatever it is, definitely continue chasing it. You know, you're not hurting anybody. I don't know if you needed to hear that, but you're doing amazing, sweetie. We're going to be moving on to the actual reading. So if you resonate with this and this is calling to you, definitely stick with me. And we're going to move on to the next part of the reading, which is, you know, actually doing the tarot and seeing how other people perceive you, just people in general. You could find that specific people come through, and if that's, you know, if it resonates, it resonates. It doesn't have to be specific people, but it's just like people in general, mostly aimed towards like public eye, like people around you, people you meet, you know, in public. You know, I'm pretty sure I asked Spirit to pull out 4 cards for this, 4 or 5, I can't remember. My vision and thoughts are fuzzy, but what we have, Spirit, how is pile 3 perceived by the public? We have the moon in reverse. And before we move through, I just want to reiterate, these are how other people see you. This does not mean that this is truth. I just have to say that because I feel like you're such a precious soul, and you just need to know that certain people may see you a certain way, but that does not mean that it's truth. We have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the 5 of Candles in reverse. And we have the 8 of Candles upright. Immediately with the 8 of Candles, people definitely see you as a driven individual. You have a lot to say, pile 3. But they immediately judge you for what they can't see. There's a lot of judgment coming through. And it's funny because the Judgment card is not coming through. But just judgment in general. They see you as someone who's just not connected. I feel like, I wonder if you had a conversation about religion with some people, and you're just like, oh, you said what you said, and some people didn't like what they heard. So that's not your problem. That is just a social thing. That is on them. If they are having an issue with something, that you have boundaries when it comes to religion, and they didn't like that, so that's them. Whatever. that's just, I had to say that. But the moon in reverse, overall, there's a lot of judgment coming through, because it seems like you've had a word with some people. I feel like you've spoken with some people and had various conversations with them about different topics. And based off of those few first interactions with you, those people are just having very, very strong opinions about you. Whether it has to do with just not feeling like you're someone that's connected with the divine as much. I feel like you come off as someone who's very grounded and is just very materialistic, I feel like, to some people. So materialism is very much coming through. I think some people can find you as like a party girl or party person. Not in a good light, more of like distraction, just going through the days just to experience life. A lot of the young, what's it called? I don't want to paint it in a bad light, because it's not a bad thing. You're just experiencing life, and it is what it is. Like, that is no one's business, but like, some people just see that whole era when it comes to just enjoying life and experiencing things, like such as going to the club, or like, going out for drinks, or meeting up with friends, doing stupid things, and it's fine. Like, do what you gotta do to feel things, but don't hurt yourself, but don't hurt nobody. But my point is, like, you're just living life, and a lot of people have a lot of judgment towards that, and you probably have not expressed your drive to some people. Because you don't want to be judged. That makes sense. I'm laughing right now. I'm sorry, guys, but like, I'm like, why can I not read you? Why wouldn't you want to express your drive to people? And I wonder if people have judged you because of how they perceive you versus what you say, and even though you say things and it matches with whatever they think you are, they've made up their mind, that's just in general. Like, people will see things and hear things. Oh, my ear is ringing. It's my right ear. Spirit is screaming right now. Spirit's like, yes. And it makes sense why I couldn't feel you and your energy for a second, because of course you either have spoken to some people about like your desires and your drive and like what you want to be, and then maybe like some of your opinions are like what you have done and stuff, that you're just living life, and these people are just projecting their thoughts and emotions and what they have experienced and what they think you are, and because of what they have experienced and what they think a circle of just chaos. And it hurts because they're misunderstanding you, and I understand why you would like want to be a little bit defensive about it. I understand why you're a little bit reserved about it, because obviously, like, why would you explain your desires to someone that already sees you in a bad light? Like, now you're just scared that everyone's going to see you in a bad light because you've just had so many negative encounters, or few, and word spreads or whatever. Don't worry too much, pile 3. If you're worrying about how people are seeing you, maybe you just didn't know how people see you, and now you're realizing, oh my god, they see me worse than what I thought they see me. Don't worry too much. That is on them. They don't need to project. They don't know you. Okay? So you are loved. You're in good hands. You're not judged by anyone here. And if you need a share and need a loving community, I'm here for you. And I'm hoping that we can create that loving community here. The trains are killing me. Sorry, guys. But I hope that makes sense. I hope I explained that correctly, and I hope that made sense. Basically, overall, people are seeing you in such a light where you mention your desires and they twist it, and because of what they've experienced, I wonder if those could be like more reserved individuals, which is ironic, but not necessarily reserved. I feel like they're just someone who's much more strict and not very open-minded when it comes to certain things, and you're just over here trying to live your life. With the 5 of Candles in reverse, I feel like, yeah, some people are just so not open to whatever you have to say. It's causing a lot of conflict, it's causing a lot of pain, and they're so restrictive to this change. Instead of, why would they ask about your day? Why would they lend a hand? That's what I don't understand. Why do people approach other people and then have such negative things to say? Like, don't say anything nice if you had no intention on saying anything nice in the first place. I hope that made sense. But yeah, you have a lot to say, and you're very ambitious, and that's where that wise, you're just so wise and ambitious. You have a drive. Pile 3. I feel like you have a lot of love to give, and a lot of people are not seeing that properly. A lot of people are just not very open to you in general. I feel like even though you may be as honest as you can, people have their own thoughts and intentions in their brain, and they see you in a different light. So an unbalanced individual is what some people may see you as. I feel like they think you behave like a little kid, which is understanding why, the energy, there's a lot of fear that I feel from you. I understand why you're reserved, and I understand the fear. It is totally understandable, and you are safe. I understand. It's okay. Like, you don't have to rely on these people to think that is just the truth of how it's going. Like, you just focus on your drive. You focus on your goals and your desires, and you let go of whatever they are thinking and feeling or saying about you, because that is none of your business, and they shouldn't be trying to control your life and such. I feel like someone really hurt you. We're going to be moving on to the rest of the cards. We're going to use a different form of tarot called the Cosmo Tarot. So, pile 3, Spirit, how is pile 3 perceived by other people? You got a bunch of cards, and I'm pretty sure I asked for like 2 or 3, and you got many. So, Justice in reverse. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, a lot of angry people for whatever reason. The Tower in reverse. The Star. You have a lot of supporters too. The 8 of Cups. I have to squish these. Sir, I didn't ask you to move. I didn't ask any of you guys to move. And you also, pile 3, did not ask any of these people of their opinions or whatever, and they're just throwing it on you. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 9 of Swords. There's a lot of love coming through. There's also, a lot of pain, a lot of opinions. Immediately, like those negativity loves company. I forget what the term is. Misery loves company. People that have strong opinions will seek other people that also have the same strong opinions so that they don't feel alone. So, pile 3. And then 10 of Swords. 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. It really, there's a lot of people that are finding you stifling, a lot of pain. Some people are annoyed with you, like aggressively annoyed with you. Some people are just also very jealous. I really do think that could be where that energy is coming from. And I wish I noticed that sooner. A lot of the negative energy most likely is coming through as jealousy. But the way that it's translated here is just pain. And they see you as someone who is fallen on their face and isn't able to get through whatever you're going through. It's just very interesting. Like, there's a lot of conflicting opinions and energies coming through. It's just like, it feels like all these people are being annoying. Like, can people just stop being mean for once? It's so annoying when people think that they have the audacity to just be mean to people, or worse, put them down as a result. Like, it's giving that type of energy that they're just wishing on your downfall, even though you barely even started. Like, what? I don't understand this. Like, why would anyone have that type of energy towards another person? Why would you be so unsupportive and not know them? These are strangers. I wonder if a teacher hurt you in the past, pile 3. Like, really hurt you. And I understand that you are just holding everything to yourself, because a lot of people are just not supportive of that. However, you must know that despite all this chaos over here, pile 3, you are very much loved. You have a lot of supporters, and I feel like you're in a position where you're just like, I just want to take a nap. Can you wake me up when it's all over? That's the kind of the energy I'm getting from you. And honestly, the energy that I'm getting from other people towards you is just a lot of love. People see you, the way they perceive you is like this beauty that's about to emerge. You are literally the epiphany of this like billionaire goddess in the future, and a lot of people see that and are threatened. And yeah, don't take that personally. That is their own problem. If you're not hurting anyone and you're making progress and you're enjoying yourself and you're still making progress, you're just doing all the right things, then why would anybody have any hate towards you? Like, that's stupid. That's silly. It's such childish behavior. And it's ironic if someone has called you a child for your behavior. If someone has directly told you that, or, you know, it's just coming through with this energy as someone is perceiving you as like a childlike behavior, they're jealous that they don't have the time and energy to sacrifice, like, towards what they want and love what they want. So don't take it personally. You're doing amazing. You're doing great. You just focus on you. Keep learning, keep growing, keep being driven, you know. And it's painful when people are, not only are they like, it's different when they question you, you know, versus when they're just convinced your path is just falling apart, and they're just like, well, there's nothing I can do for you. You've chosen that path. What can I do? You've chosen that for yourself. It's that type of energy that I'm getting from those people, and it's so painful, and I hate it. And I have opinions. I'm sorry, you didn't come here listening for my opinion, but I'm here. I just want to support you. Hello. Oh my goodness, speaking of the Tower, these people and their opinions are not stable at all. Goodness. But pile 3, there's also, not only are we just like, it's pretty obvious, a lot of people are just looking at you in a position where it's just, yeah, the message that just came through is some people are waiting for your downfall and they're wondering why you're still holding it together. They're wondering why you're still holding it together. Like, they're really looking at you from a perspective of like, you have fallen, but you haven't. You're just thriving, and people are like seeing your position and taking it like from a completely different perspective. It's the energy is very older generation looking at the younger generation situation, and that whole shenanigan. Fun energy. But yeah, that's coming through. That is not nice. But also the Eight of Cups and the Page of Wands, that's really nice energy. There's a lot of, with the Star especially, that's really prominent. That's what's really important. The only major arcana that's upright is the Star. And I want you to hold on to that. I want you to see yourself as the Star, because there's a bunch of people that I might be lying when I say that they outweigh the negatives, but because there's a lot of people, I'm speculating that there is a lot of negative people that are just like, I understand why you're very reserved. You just want to keep things to yourself so that no more bad people are just like after you and like thinking badly about you. It's not even like after you. They're just looking at you, and they're listening to what you have to say, and they like, oh, this girl, oh, this person, they just don't get it type of situation. So as a result, they see you as like the Tower, but also because they just don't understand why you're not letting yourself just crumble. Like, they're confused because you're not falling apart, but they're also like thinking that you are falling apart, but you're not, and you're not letting yourself fall apart. So that's weird. That's a weird energy. They see you as just a very unbalanced individual. The Justice is coming through, and the High Priestess is coming through, so that's like very unbalanced energy that's coming through. That's their perspective on you. I feel like they're constantly distracting you, because I want to talk about the Page of Wands, but the thing that's constantly like pulling my attention away from the positive is just like these like aggressive waving hands of the Tower in reverse and the Justice, because they are like major arcanas. They are in reverse, but those are just perceptions, hun. Those are just perceptions. That's just what they think, and they don't live your life, you know. So, Eight of Cups and Page of Wands with the Star. Remember that you're the Star, as I've mentioned. The energy that I'm feeling when it comes to the Eight of Cups and the Page of Wands, you're just overflowing with abundance. I feel like you're just coming through as this loving energy, and you're overflowing with it. And a lot of people are taking advantage of that. I feel like a lot of people see you as a creator. It's giving the Fool, but in the best way possible. I feel like a lot of people see you as someone who is chasing their dreams and are achieving their dreams, and I feel like I wonder if for some of you, you could have like a specific relative that is a little bit eccentric to the rest of the relatives in your family, and because of that you just feel very close to them. That could be very specific to some of you. Or you could have a very supportive friend, and it's like, oh, you don't really have anyone else, so they're the ones that are there. Spirit gave you close support systems for you to not fall mentally. Don't allow yourself to fall, because you're not falling. Everything's fine, but don't let these people drag you down. And you are just the creator. You're this abundance. You are literally, what you are doing right now is you're manifesting, and all of these cards have like circles. This one has a full moon, this one has a Page of Wands, and this one has a Star and has circles, and it's like high fortune. So you are manifesting whatever you're going after. Whatever it is that you are creating, you are manifesting, and it's showing. It is showing. And even though, like, even with this Nine of Swords, you have the full moon behind it. the people that know you are manifesting, some people actually see you manifesting and they're jealous, so they're preying on your downfall. You are like this future celebrity. Girl, I am praying you get up there. I know you will. I don't need to pray. Spirit got you. And it's like, I hope you're smiling, because I would. I'm just so happy for you. I know there's like a lot of negativity, but they don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. Oh, I'm not taking this in reverse. But, oh my god, wait, actually it's funny. We're going into the Roast Iconic Oracle, your message for this card, and I like flipped it over. I saw it in reverse. We're gonna consider the reverse, but I'm not gonna take the reverse. It's like, it's so funny because we were talking about how all these people are so triggered, ironically, we're saying triggered, but like we were saying that they're jealous and they are literally threatened by your existence, you just being happy, you just living and being. And where's my book? There she is. We're gonna read the book so that you know the actual you know what's okay. Just making sure it's still recording, 'cause my phone, she is on her last thread, but she's doing good. But where is it? Oh, there she is. The way other people see you. Okay, but this card was supposed to be like how oh, that's why it came in reverse. Okay. So I feel like the way other people see you is like you need help, and that's what this card is saying. You've ignored your wounds and you need help. Seek help and support before you continue the cycle of pain and shame by projecting it onto another. I don't think you've been projecting, but if you have and you feel like you just, I really don't think so. That could be a small minority. Could be a small minority for you guys. But the way that it came through as advice was in reverse. Because it's like, okay, perception was upright. Therefore, other people see you as someone who needs help, and therefore they are perceiving you in a way that's triggering them. But the way that the advice, I understand. Here, okay, I understand. I feel like Spirit is feeling like how annoyed you could be with all this energy coming towards you, and I completely understand. Like, you are understood and you are loved, and you're safe. Spirit really does see the fact that like you are in this position where you're being surrounded by negativity all of a sudden, even though you're just living life and you're abundant and you're manifesting, and it can be very triggering because you're just moving through and you're not doing any harm to any other people, but suddenly all these people think that you are harming yourself or whatever because they're moving down a path that's like not abundant or something. I don't understand. Like, can people just be supportive? And I understand if some people, like family, they could like do it for love or whatever. They do care. But the thing is, like, the negativity more specifically and overall, like everything we've mentioned, that could be very triggering and it could be very painful. So Spirit is really saying, like, if it is triggering, definitely to seek help, like from those specific people that are around you that are supporting you. Definitely look out for that. But also, like, the advice came through in reverse. For most of you, I feel like the message is just to recognize that you are safe overall. Recognize that you have a support system and that you've been having that support system, and just to know that you are safe and you're doing great. Like, you're literally doing great. You're doing fine. And Spirit is just reminding you, like, no, you're not crazy, you're doing fine. You know, you're getting that bag, if that resonates. You're moving towards it. You're manifesting, and you are literally painting the life of your dreams. And Spirit is saying, with the card reversed, you're doing fine. Like, you have the support. Just remember that you do have the support, and you do have whatever you need in case, you know, you lose your grip on your manifestation. But you're doing great. Just move forward. Keep moving forward overall. Pile 3, this has been a ride. And I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing okay. Overall, if you do have any questions, definitely comment them below. But thank you so much, Pile 3, for letting me read your cards. You're loved. And definitely subscribe if you like my energy and if you feel supported through this reading. And once again, comment if you have any questions, or if you want to support each other in the comments, please feel free to do so. And definitely like this reading if you enjoyed this. I'm here for you guys. I'm sending you all the love, and I am just supporting you as well. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic. And I do see you as that like billionaire baddie in the future. You're doing great, and you're moving towards it. Don't ever lose vision. Don't ever lose that drive. And yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. Once again, thank you so much, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.